Welcome to my review of the Xbox One X. In this review I will go over some of the basic features, but also focus a lot of attention on whether or not it's worth the upgrade from the original Xbox One. I'm going to start out with the physical aspects of it, and then I'm going to move on and share my opinions and recommendations. So the specs. The Xbox One X is equipped with a custom 8-core AMD CPU clocked at 2.3 GHz and has 12 GB of DDR5 RAM. Its GPU is capable of around 6 teraflops of calculations, whereas the original Xbox could only do 1.3 teraflops. The storage was also improved to 1 TB when compared with the 500 GB of the original console. The ports on the console are generally the same other than the removal of the built-in Kinect port. If you still want to use a Kinect, that will now require a separate adapter. There is, however, a new IR blaster which allows for the controlling of other tech in your home theater system, assuming it supports this technology. Another upgrade would be the HDMI ports. They are now HDMI 2.1, unlike the original ones that are 1.4. Thus, the output of 4K 60Hz with HDR is now available. This also adds the ability to use FreeSync on TVs or monitors that support this technology. Another upgrade that it has is that it now has the ability to use Blu-ray, 4K, and HDR discs instead of the original normal Blu-ray player. Now, onto the physical form factor. The power supply has been moved inboard, thus eliminating the need for the big power brick. It has taken a large step up in quality as well, in that it has a smaller footprint and uses more robust materials. The original Xbox was largely made out of glossy plastic that looks nice when new, but even after a few weeks it begins to become scratched and loses its luster. The newer model, on the other hand, is made out of rough and durable matte plastic that should have no problem lasting in the long run. One other thing that has changed is that the power button is now a physical button, while it used to be a capacitive button. The Xbox also possesses a built-in microphone that allows it to wake on verbal command, unlike the original Xbox, which requires a Kinect for this functionality. One other thing that has changed a decent amount is the Xbox controller. There have been many variations over the years, and I have quite a few of them, but for this I will only focus on the ones included with the original console and the new console. The original was okay, but the bumpers felt terrible, and overall the new controller feels much more refined. The new controller also features a 3.5mm audio jack, a major omission from the original controller. Okay, now my experience setting it up and using it day to day. Overall, the setup was very easy. When you first start it up, it has to install updates. You can do some of the setup on your phone while this happens with the Xbox app, but in all honesty, it is not worth downloading the app just for this. Once you get past the setup and into the console, not much will change on the surface. The home screen has the same menus you are used to. The only major change will come in the video out options. The migration from my old Xbox was very easy. My TV automatically detected its settings and everything worked perfectly. Once in game, I did notice a difference. It just felt snappier and the picture quality was much sharper. What can I say? It does what it's supposed to. It provides console gamers with the ability to run at 60 FPS and 4K while supporting HDR. Okay, so conclusion time. So I'm going to give two opinions. One on whether someone who currently has no previous Xbox should get one, and one on whether or not someone who has the original Xbox should consider upgrading. So first, I believe that someone who currently has no console and is in the market for one should definitely get this. It is superior to the PS4 Pro, and as the next generation of consoles is expected to be announced sometime in 2020, it would be much too long a wait in my opinion. The only other notable console that is out now is the Nintendo Switch, which is a great console but appeals to a different market as the games are amazing but much more kid-themed. For players who plan to play AAA games like Call of Duty and Battlefield in 4K and do not want the PC, an Xbox One X is, in my opinion, the best console for you. For those who have a previous Xbox and are looking to upgrade, the recommendation is not as clear-cut. It is still an amazing console. However, if you do not need 4K or do not care if your games are displayed at more cinematic frame rates, then you may want to pass until the new generation is launched. However, my previous Xbox started to have network issues and its fan would run at full speed constantly and overheat. I assume this is due to dust buildup or just that the games are now more demanding than they were previously. If this happens to you, then you too may benefit from upgrading to a newer model Xbox. Overall, I love the console and have not thought once about returning it. However, I very much enjoy being on the bleeding edge of tech, and for those who are more laid back, they may want to wait for a new generation. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.